this is what fascism actually looks like. It is awful in North Korea, and it is awful in Saudi Arabia, and it is awful in Iran. So we can all be honest about that. But when that sort of thing settles in to what we consider to be the, the free world, that is the erosion of any value that we actually stand for. So I bring business to the United States, right? I run tours. Well, I'm not going to now. It's shocking, but I woke up 3 days in a row worrying about flying down there. And then I talked to someone I know kind of on the inside who said, don't fly in if you're not an American citizen. This is how terrible it is at the moment. So it's sad and it's shocking, but hey, I'm off to Europe in a few days. I can fly down to South America, a lot of beautiful places. And American friends are welcome up here.
Yeah, no, people are looking at cancellation fees, hundreds of dollars, sometimes over 1,000, and deciding that losing that money is still the better option than taking the trip. Think about that for a second. The math said, lose the cash and stay home, and people said, yeah, that works for me. That's not a boycott. That's not a protest. That's a cost-benefit analysis, and America lost. We lost too. Just don't go. When paying to avoid the trip makes more financial sense than actually going, the product is fundamentally broken. And these aren't people who couldn't afford it. They had the money. They just didn't want to come. And honestly, when you hear the reasons, can you even blame them? People.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope, here it comes. This thing's a total game changer. Throw it across the park, over the driveway, always comes back. Hover in your hand like it's floating, glows like a little star. And yeah, my kids haven't stopped begging to play with it. No fancy setup, no frustration, just pure fun. Oh, and check the orange link below. Huge discount right now. Grab it before it's gone.
So we were going to give this to our son this year for Christmas as a stocking stuffer, but honestly, we're probably going to keep it to ourselves. This is way too cool.
It's only 6 inches, but watch what it can do. These fly ropes act as boomerangs and hover back to your hand every single time they're thrown. These things have a super long battery life as well, and they're super fun to play with. And if you're seeing this right now, they're going for less than a slice of pizza, so definitely check them out in the shop below.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope, here it comes. This thing's a total game changer. Throw it across the park, over the driveway, always comes back. Hover in your hand like it's floating, glows like a little star. And yeah, my kids haven't stopped begging to play with it. No fancy setup, no frustration, just pure fun. Oh, and check the orange link below. Huge discount right now. Grab it before it's gone.
Sorry about that. We're going to keep that running.
Never ever sue the driver who crashed into you after a car accident. There's a better way to get compensated that's faster, easier, and could get...
Wow, this lady just said some facts. People come to America, because we have nice things in America, just like everywhere in the world. But Trump he messing up a lot of people's money, and the airlines. I feel like they're gonna start doing big layoffs pretty soon. It was one lady. I think he's gonna show that she went to the Atlanta airport. It wasn't nobody. It wasn't nobody in there. So it's people don't see the effect now, but they will see it definitely in a couple months if this continues. But everybody wanted to go to America, but now everybody's starting to fall back. Like, nah, let's go somewhere else. So I wonder. That's my question. So I wonder what destination everybody will go to besides America. I'm thinking Africa or South America, either one. Um, they might go to England and stuff like that too, but I'm thinking South America or Africa or Thailand. So people are going to flock to another destination besides America. So I wonder what that destination will be. Excuse me, y'all. Hello, hello. Huh? Okay. People are worried about buying Christmas gifts and all this nonsense. Buy a couple gifts, or whatever, but don't go all out like you usually do. You'll probably be spending twice as much as you usually do. But me, I'm not even really into the holidays like I used to be. So it's like it ain't nothing for me. But people, they want to buy their kids stuff, or whatever the case may be. But kids, they just need clothes, couple toys. They don't need all that because really, people buy the same thing every year and throw toys away and stuff like that, throw it in the trash. So it'd be a waste of money if you really think about it. They don't give it to the next kid; they just throw it in the trash. So it'd be a waste of money to me. Um, and the kid's gonna break it in like 6 months. So I'm speaking because you know, these toys break easily now. Like even when we was kids, toys would break, but like these toys, the kids just break them easy. So it'd be a waste of money. So we're gonna get back into it. Shout out to Peter Schiff. Go check on this food. I'm coming. Okay. I'm back. Let's see. Shout out to bro. Where she at? All right, here we go. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Let me pause that. So me doing construction, I've been making videos about this stuff, been telling people about the quality of workmanship. Most of the time, it's gonna be Migos, Hispanic people building these homes and stuff, and they get paid off production. So they don't get paid off of quality; they get paid off production. So they try to knock them out real quick, and they don't really think about quality. I see them nailing nails, and they don't even be hitting the studs; they be going straight through the roof. So be a lot of roof leaks and stuff like that. They all about just doing it quick, and that's to me that's not a good thing. I think people need to take their time and build quality houses. Even though some of them are good at what they do, is they should slow down building on these houses because they're going up way too quick to where you have to think, whoa, that was too quick. That's a fast food house. Like you don't want no fast food house. You want a quality built house that's going to last a lifetime. If you listen to this lady, she's saying that when she was walking, it was a hump in the floor. So that means the floor, they use a piece of they use a piece of a stud that, see, all wood is not straight, but you want to install straight wood in people's houses, but sometimes it has a little curve in it in the two by four or whatever. But see, that's it starts with using quality products. Like if you see a hump in your two by four, like you would want that to be on the bottom, not on the top of, where the floor is gonna be. So that's another indicator that, man, the construction field, the quality is down, everything is down. So we're gonna get back into it. No, he not. Let's do this one. I haven't seen this video. Appreciate that, Rob. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hold on, what? That sound like what? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did she just say $25,000 for a class, 8 courses? Yo, that's insane. Excuse me.
Everything that we have in our savings.
And she is not alone. It happened to Makisha McClinton in Georgia.
We won't get our money back.
And Charlotte Wolcott in Tennessee.
She's really good with kind of talking a good game once she gets the investment or the money.
This was to be $1 million homes we're talking about.
It was set to sell for $1 million and something.
Wolcott wiring $65,000 to go in on this $870,000 flip property in Atlanta's prominent Buckhead neighborhood.
Per the contract, if it sells, then my return on that investment would have been a return of $100,000.
The dream, it was short-lived.
This is the house. Look at this.
October 2024, months into the flip, it burned down.
I don't want to go all the way up in this thing because I definitely don't want to fall in. I mean, you could see it is completely like, I mean, I cannot believe it.
When the house did burn down, was it a mysterious fire? Did you feel like there was something going on with it?
She said on her own Facebook, her live on Facebook on that day, it burned for 6 hours and nobody saw it. But you can see in the video that she's doing, there's a house right next door.
We did get a hold of the fire incident report. Fire investigators, they were called to the scene, but the cause, it was listed as undetermined. McClinton, she was a stakeholder on the project too, and says it wasn't adding up.
And they sold a property in May, and they didn't even tell us they sold the land for $800,000. And they had got a check, so we asked for documentation. They said they didn't get all the check from the insurance. I said, well, can you send me over the document as to why they didn't send over the full amount for the burn down? We never received it. We never received the document for the purchase of the home, or the sale, or the insurance check.
Instead, she says they took their investment money and funneled it into another flip project miles away, a project they knew nothing about.
If we're willing to take the loss, let us take it. They would not tell us the loss. They would not give us any of the money back. And from the check, nothing. They just kept it and kept on going and started basically ignoring us and stopped responding.
Ashley Wilson from South Carolina says they stopped responding to her too when she pumped the brakes on her $61,000 investment in Chicago back in 2023.
Once we got into the project and closed on it, mysteriously, we didn't have a contractor. Janine did not help with trying to find someone.
When they did find a general contractor, the construction costs were $60,000 more than expected.
It came to a point where they asked for additional funds for me. The first time, I did provide some additional funds, which is almost $4,000. It was paid directly to the GC to keep the project moving. But then the second time when they came, I'm exhausted all my funds. I'm not adding anymore. We need to reevaluate.
She said Circe was not happy.
Contract clearly says all I had to provide was the $61,000. I fulfilled my side of it. So she hires an attorney to try to mediate between us to figure out how we could get to a settlement.
The fix, they wanted to bring 2 more people on the project to help with funding.
The other piece of that settlement would include
Black Americans scamming other Black Americans. And most of them come out of Atlanta. Most of them come out of Atlanta.
With an NDA, and then she's saying that I couldn't sue her for the coaching fees, which was $25,000. So I declined. Fast forward, they moved forward with doing the renovation. It closed on October 24th of this year.
$150,000 below what it was projected to sell for. Wilson says she's still waiting to get her initial investment back. She says terms of their contract were simply not met.
A lot of times people hear the financial losses, but they don't get to see the emotional and mental trauma. PTSD is greater than me, and I want to be able to really truly be that advocate for people who may not be able to speak up or feel like they can't speak up because of it.
Now, a Facebook page was created where dozens of women came forward sharing similar stories, many of them banding together and getting an attorney to take legal action against Circe and her affiliates. Now, we did reach out to Circe and her representative. They told us they would provide a statement, but we did not receive it before publication.
Right.
Here's what Circe said, though, in a since deleted Facebook Live video addressing some of their concerns.
There's got to be somebody to blame. I feel like I'm being blamed right now. Their money is being held in an investment. They don't want it to be held in investment. They want their money back today. So now it's like a shakedown, right? Like we're going to blast you. We're going to, put you out. I have a lawyer as well. I have all my paperwork. I did not do anything wrong. The project is in construction right now, and that's just what it is. So I will do my best to continue to push this project forward, again, with integrity. I could absolutely, be a better communicator in certain things, but I cannot control the market. I cannot control the house burning down. God, I wish that house hadn't burned down, because we would have been finished by now, and it would have been absolutely gorgeous. This is my real life. This is what I do. So while you're screaming and yelling, I'm over here working the business, finding the solutions, to push projects faster, doing the things that we need to do to make it happen. That's just what it is.
Now, I was told she and her attorneys are taking legal action, and they do plan to file defamation lawsuits against those women making these claims against her. If or when that happens, it's still unclear. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommate.
Wow, that's crazy. This is morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I think I might do one more reaction video.
If you don't want to freeze your hands off scraping ice off your windshield this winter, you're definitely going to want one of these. You also won't have to waste 15 minutes defrosting your windshield in the morning because it keeps it nice, warm, and insulated.
شو لكم عم مريت بمرحله الله بيعلم
والحمد لله وبس.
الحمد لله على كل شيء.
ايوه هاي احسن شيء.
كتر الله سعيكم ان شاء الله. Yeah. I'm sorry.
مو حكيت معه.
يا كنت كدي دعينا يا ايام.
هنا
الله يطولنا بعمرك وان شاء الله عرضي ان شاء الله.
وحاج غسان الفردوس.
حاج غسان على راسي، الله يطولنا بعمرك يا حاج غسان وكتر الله سعيكم. ايش بدي اقول لكم والله العظيم.
لا تقول شيء بالخطي، هلا انت لازم
انتم بالقلب. دعونا
الله يشفيك ويعطيك الشفاء.
دعونا الله ييسر علينا ويطلعنا من المحنه.
امين ان شاء الله. الله كريم.
سلم لنا على بشر ويدير باله على حاله.
Oh! Oh mon gros! Mais tu vois, il va se faire tirer dessus. Il est trop con le mec qui a l'arme.
Wow.
Le mec est hyper courageux. Oh.
Wow.
Oh l'enculé, il a pris une deuxième arme. En gros, il a récupéré l'arme du mec qui... Tu sais, il l'avait pris dans sa main là. Oui, j'ai vu. Ouais. Mec, c'est un attentat, frère. Eh, il y en a un, il est en dessous du bridge. Devant nos yeux? Ouais.
Shout out to that brother, man. Shout out. Shout out to that brother who stopped what could have been a way more tragic situation, man. Shout out to him, man. A lot of people.
Black women getting flued out to Dubai.
This is a problem globally.
Man, promising them a...
We finna get into that too. Shout out to that brother for tackling the terrorist suspect, and we need more people like that instead of people hopping on the situation. People like to bring out their phones, man, and I hate that we live in that world that where everybody got to bring out their rather bring out their phone than show their you know heroic. Instead of doing heroic acts, they'll just pull out their phone. So shout out to bro, man. Yeah, shout out to him, man. It's more and more in the last 24 hours. It's been like 3, 4 terrorist attack around the world, and it's probably gonna be a couple more before the new year. So we only got like what 12, 14 more days or whatever the case before it's a new year, and you know these are the times where people have to be vigilant. People just got to be vigilant no matter where you at. That's why I said avoid downtown areas in every city across America. People might not want to hear it. They might think I'm tripping. No, avoid downtown areas at nighttime in every major city. Um, in every major city. Or you could possibly lose your life. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get into one more video. I've been live for an hour and a half. Thanks for everybody. Thank you everybody for joining. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, let's watch this now. This might be X-rated for some people. We don't want kids watching. We want everybody who's over 18 years of age to be watching these videos. So this next video, it just popped up on the next video, so we're gonna get into it.
Better life, a job, money, stability.
Spicy stuff.
But what they really got was something unimaginable.
This one, Bryant, he boops on girls.
Many of them tricked into illegal prostitution. Some men allegedly paying to defecate on them.
See, people thought I was tripping. People was laughing at me because I was telling people about the same situation. People was laughing. Here go the news media telling people about it now. We been was talking about this. I told people at my job, like, yeah, y'all ain't heard about that. See, they was laughing. I was serious. Like, this would be going on, but check this out.
Been happening for years.
This ain't something a normal human being, rather a whole nation craves on. Social media calling it Dubai porta potty.
This, by far, has been the most difficult investigation of my career.
A secret industry this BBC journalist had no idea was happening until she threw on a wig, and she and her team, they went undercover to find the man reportedly behind it.
It really how this one.
What types of women were they looking for?
Young women.
2 of the alleged victims now at the center of an international investigation. Both of them, they died mysteriously after falling from high-rise buildings in Dubai.
There's a feeling that these cases are not being investigated properly because they're young, Black, African women.
I'm Justin Carter, and this is TSR Investigates. But before we get into it, roommates, for more TSR Investigates, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel for new weekly episodes of this show and more.
Dubai porta potty is the idea that influencers are being flown to Dubai to satisfy a particular fetish of men over there, wealthy men in particular. And that's the fetish of being defecated on, or the reverse.
What you're about to hear and see, it's despicable and it's graphic. But BBC investigative journalist and producer Renako Salina knew she had to do something about it. She says about 3 years ago, she noticed the hashtag Dubai Porta Potty. It was floating around on TikTok with about 450 million views attached to it.
Wow.
It was gaining so much traction, partly because of a video that surfaced of somebody participating in lewd acts with men in Dubai, many identifying the woman in the video as 23-year-old influencer and model Monica Karungi. Isn't Monica in that video? All of this, though, reportedly led to Monica falling from a high-rise building in Dubai not long after. And the gag is the same exact thing happened to another woman 1 year earlier.
The whole process was incredibly nerve-wracking.
It was a 2.5-year-long investigation. Brunako Selena shocked that so many content creators were speaking on Monica Karunji's death.
Came enthralled with the glitz and glamour of becoming an influencer.
Is this what it's come down to for a Birkin bag?
But didn't have the full story.
The narrative goes that Monica was one of these women who were willingly engaging in this, and she was doing all this stuff. Why would people feel so comfortable saying this about a young black woman on social media without any evidence? That was the kind of intro to this investigation.
So Selena, she took a trip to Uganda where Monica Karunji grew up on her family's farm. Family saying that she loved to dance, was the life of the party, and decided to move to Dubai in 2021. She told her sister a man was helping her get there to help her work in a supermarket. Selena says that she and her team, they did manage to get a phone number, but to protect themselves, they made up a fake name and posed as a Ugandan woman looking to move to Dubai, similar to Monica.
I need a job abroad.
Who gave you my number?
Someone shared your number with me. I don't remember her so well.
Have you traveled before?
No, I've never traveled out of Uganda.
The man on the other
Zach, I said it. Now you're probably thinking about it. And that's how it starts. Your brain fires, signals shoot through your body.
The man on the other end, his name was Umar Bashir. They discovered his identity through social media and phone record analysis.
If I send you a picture like 7 and then your account.
He asked for 7 photos of a young woman, and we heard allegations that this is because they want to vet what women look like in order to go to Dubai and to do this type of work.
They also noticed in social posts that Umar had access to stacks of passport books and national IDs. In one post, he wrote, quote, "Hit me up if need of passports, national IDs, birth certificates, driving permits, COVID certificates." There was probably a number of men who were scouting out women. What types of women were they looking for?
Well, we saw a pattern develop in the types of women who were being taken to
crazy.
Dubai. And these tend to be young women who had rarely left their home countries.
Do you feel like in your investigation that they knew what they were signing up for?
Well, the woman that I spoke to said to me that they had no idea that this would be the ultimate outcome. They would be taken to Dubai to work for a man called Abby and then essentially indebted to him.
One of those women with direct knowledge spoke to the BBC firsthand. They used AI to hide her identity.
They transport girls from Uganda, promising them the world. They end up in Dubai, in a prostitution. It's a lot. Then the ones who took women to Dubai.
And when they allegedly recruited the girls from Uganda to Dubai, the men would then give them money for clothes, but send them in apartments like this to live in.
Houses, beg, everything was so shocking. And this place was like a market. There were like 50 girls.
50 girls living there.
Kayla Barunji, she was one of them, wrapped up in this lifestyle. Back in 2021, her brother says that he was told that she fell off of a balcony, and police told him back then that she was on drugs at the time. But he says toxicology reports that came later said otherwise.
Justice, we need justice for our sister.
That's my sister.
He gave Selena a phone number to Kayla's landlord, which cracked this whole thing open.
Charles Mwesigwa, also known as Abby, the man Kayla's family were told was her landlord. And Abby, the man Monica's family were told was her boss in Dubai. It's the same man. what's interesting is that on these accounts, he's gone out of his way not to show his face. I've found his WhatsApp account as well, and I'm staring at a picture of 5 people, and in the middle, there's a man that presumably is Charles Mosigwa, Abbey, but he's turned backwards. He doesn't want anyone to see him. It just makes me wonder why.
This man, Troy, who says that he worked as a driver for Charles Mosigwa, says that the night Monica died, Mosigwa called him.
Please, can you go and see how you can handle this with the police? So I called the police. They found me on the scene. But the police has never called me to give a report about that. The only thing that could stop Abby, it could be prison.
This woman, whose identity is also being protected through AI, says that she was close with Monica and knew that she was being forced to do things that she did not want to do, like have sex with men in Dubai.
Abby has so many clients. They do weird stuff, but there's this one Bryant. He books on girls. He books and he tells them to eat it. Forcing someone to do that kind of.
Oh man, that's crazy.
He does it. Yeah. But money had class. She would refuse.
When you say significant amounts of money, what are we talking about?
One woman told me that she was offered £15,000. So I think that'd be a little bit more than $15,000 in dollars.
Were these men only asking Black women to do this?
We can't say that this isn't happening and involving other women from other backgrounds. These are the ones who we investigated and that we spoke to and who were brave enough to speak to us. However, it's likely that this is happening far beyond just African communities and African Ugandan women in Dubai.
It was too risky for Selena to confront Mosigwa herself, but she did begin to look for him in different ways.
I see videos on the accounts on social media of men who seem to work for Mr. Mosigwa. They pose from the same locations time and time again. And so I'm looking.
I'm gonna end the stream. Let me see what that YouTube talking about in this stream real quick. Damn. In this live real quick too. We're gonna come right back. Give me a few minutes.